Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. I should warn you, this is going to be a little bit longer of a video because this is a very cute card, but it's got a lot of detail in it. And so I wanted to warn you it's going to be at least 20 minutes, maybe a little longer. But I am going to be using a new product from the annual catalog, Darling Details Bundle. Okay, so that's this bundle. And this stamp set is a photopolymer with 22 stamps in it. It also has the coordinating dies, which come is a bundle. You can purchase it and get 10% discount. And this is the dies. So pretty. And so I've used this one quite a bit, right, as a border. But today I'm going to use the flowers. This has 18 dies in it, and I'm loving it. Okay, I'm also going to be using Kindest Expressions. I love this stamp set. Okay, nice and big sentiments, 4 big sentiments. I'm going to be using our coordinating Inked Botanicals. This is from the, I'm trying to think of what stamp set this is with, but it's with a suite. It's not with this suite, but it's with a suite. It's called Inked Botanicals. It's a 6x6 designer series paper, and it's very earthy, and I love it. These are beautiful papers. Every one of them is gorgeous. So I'm going to be using this today, okay? And Elegant Borders, I'm going to use that, one of the dies from that. So let's get started. Got a lot, right? Put the camera down. Okay. The colors that I'm going to be using ink-wise are from the same colors that are in the paper. And it's these 5 stamp pads. Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Calypso Coral, Pool Party, and Petal Pink. And so these 5 colors are featured in the paper. So let's go with these. I'm not sure I'm going to use all 5 of them. That's a lot, but you never know. So just wanted to throw that out there. Okay. So I'm calling this a double fun fold card. It's a double flap fun fold card. Very cute. So I am in love with Lost Lagoon. I don't know about you, but I'm so happy this came back. And this is one of our core colors now. So yay. And I cut my cardstock base out of that. So let's get some measurements going here. This is actually, sorry, my voice, 4 1/4 by 8. Okay. And you want to score it one time at 2 1/2. Okay. So that's our first, this is going to be our card base. All right. So we have that. Then we have another piece of cardstock. And this is all going to come out of one piece of cardstock. So you can cut all of this out of one piece. This is actually 10 by 3 1/4. And you're going to score it at the half. So you're going to score it at the 5. Okay, so that's going to be the second piece. And then the last piece you need cut out of, you don't have to pick Lost Lagoon, but if you do, Lost Lagoon piece is this piece, and it's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And you can have a little bit of extra left. I think you're going to actually have like a piece like this left, which we're going to use today. Okay, so those are your 3 pieces that you need to cut in advance. All right. Now you have to decide what, there's a lot of layering, so you have to decide what designer series paper you want to use. And the pieces that I chose, the first piece I chose is this. Okay, and this is out of that Inked Botanicals DSP. Okay, so this is going to layer on this piece. So this is actually 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that now and get that done. Okay, so I'm going to adhere that to this card, and you're going to have that nice little border. All right. Then we're going to set this aside, and we're going to work on this piece. Okay, so now I have to decide what I want to do to decorate this. So what I thought was the first thing I would do would be to put this on the inside. And I will probably stamp something on this, so I don't want to adhere it yet because I want to stamp it first before I adhere it. That's going to go on the inside. Okay. And then this is going to go on the front. Okay. So with this, I thought it would be really good to do some masking. So what I have here is these masks. I'm in love with these masks. These are the Foursquare Decorative Masks. You get 4 in a pack, and they're nice size. They're 6 by 6. And so I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to go ahead and use my blending brush with my Lost Lagoon. Do I want Lost Lagoon or Pool Party? I think I'm going to do Pool Party. Something a little lighter. I've got a lot of Lost Lagoon going on. Okay, so I'm not going to tape this down. I'm just going to hold it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just sponge around the edges. I'm going to do a little darker around the edges, which is usually the opposite of what I do. I usually do dark in the center. I'm going to do dark around the edges. And as long as you don't lift this up, you're good. If you lift it up, then you may have a hard time lining it up again. Okay, how do you clean your masks? Well, what I do with mine is super simple. I just take them to the sink and I run them under the faucet. And this is dye-based ink, water-based, so it's super easy to clean up. And then I don't really dry them. I lay them either on a paper towel or cloth to let them dry so they don't, you know, tear or... They're pretty durable. They're very, obviously they're plastic, so they're very durable, but I just don't want to take a chance on ripping them. So, all that being said, that's how I clean mine. And I do clean them in between each use, because I may want to use a different color. Okay, so there's our first piece. Love it. Almost makes like your own designer series paper. All right. Now, I need to adhere this to the front of my card. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do with this is do a little stamping on here in addition to what I've already done. So I think I'm going to, since I'm using these Darling Details, I think I'm going to stamp a few of these flowers. So this is a 2-step stamp set. And I put little black dots at the bottom here with my Sharpie on this side. And the reason is so that they're easy to line up. Okay. So I'm going to stamp Lost Lagoon right here. And then I'm going to come back with the inside. And there's that little dot. So I want to stamp this off once. Ooh, really super dark. I'm going to line it up the same way. Okay, so can you see that? Coordinates really well. Okay, I think I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more down here. And again, stamp off, line it up. And there we go. Ooh, didn't really get that so well. Hang on a second. Probably didn't put enough pressure. There we go. I love that. Okay, so that's going to be on the front of my card. Do I want to do any dies? Well, yes, actually. I'm going to clean these. I almost put that right on my image. So I stamped it off so I don't take all the ink to my chamois. So you want to stamp it off a few times before you clean it so you don't take all that ink to your chamois. All right. Now, I think I might do a couple of these little flowers. This would be really cute. First, I'm going to do this in Calypso Coral. Actually, going to do 3. Okay, and then I am going to try to decide if I want to stamp or die cut. Decisions. I actually think, instead of die cutting anything, I think I'm going to use my crushed curry I'm just going to do some crushed curry leaves. You don't have to do leaves in green, do you? No. This is such a cute building stamp set. I think that's enough. All right, so I have that done. Now, there's my pad. Adhere this to the front of my card. This is this piece. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. All right. Now I want to put something on this piece inside. And so I think what I'm going to do here is stamp just a saying. And there's a lot of sentiments in here. Happy birthday, hello there. Count me among all the people who are here for you. Just a note, thank you. You're not here, I hate that. That's really cute. I think I'm just gonna stamp hello there. Oh no, I know what I wanted to stamp. I wanted to stamp this, oh happy day. Oh, glad I saw that. Best laid plans, sometimes you forget. Okay, this is a nice big stamp. And I'm going to stamp this in Calypso Coral. Okay, move this. So my card is going to go this way. So I'm going to stamp, I'm going to put it over here so I still have some room to write my sentiment. You know, write something over here, sign my name. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, it is. I love it. All right. Now, coming along. Okay, so I have this little piece of designer series paper that was left over. I'm thinking this needs to be used. So I'm actually going to adhere this right here. And then I'm going to take my scissors and trim this down. See how cute that is? Don't throw away those little pieces. Do not throw them away. I don't think you would. Okay, now we have that piece done. Getting cuter and cuter. Okay, so now I have this piece left, and this is actually going to be on the front of the card when I put it all together. And so what I did was I cut a white piece, and remember this this piece of Lost Lagoon was 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So our white piece needs to be 4 by 2 1/2. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere this. That, and then I have this piece, okay, and I like this side, so I'm going to go ahead. Now this isn't quite a 1/4 inch smaller. This is actually just a little bit smaller because I didn't want the border, the white border, to be too big. So this is 2 3/8 by 3 3/4, a little over 3 3/4, 3 and let's say 3 5/8. Let's say 3 5/8. Okay, so we're going to adhere this next. See how that border is just a smidge smaller. Okay, so we have that done. A little bit crooked, but that's okay. We're not going to freak out over it. Okay, so this is going to be the front of our card. So we want to put something on here. And what I thought was, I already have this inside the card, so I'm liking this flower also. And then we have the stem. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put that on the front. And I'm just going to fussy cut. Oh, I don't need a fussy cut. I've got the dies. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. I'm going to set this up. This and this. So this is, again, the 2-step stamp idea. Now I have a piece of white cardstock here. Some trash, but Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this in Decisions. I think I have to go with the, I think I have to go with Calypso Coral. Okay. Stamp one here. Stamp the inside. Okay, and then I'm going to do my Lost Lagoon for my stem. And clean that so I can use this block again. And there's these little leaves. They're tiny, so I have to be careful. I don't want to rock this block. Okay, so I'm just building a flower. And then I'm going to do the inside of the leaf. Okay, almost done. There we go. All right. I like to put my stamps away pretty quickly so they don't, especially these clear ones, right? They're easy to lose and they're sticky. So like they can, if you don't put this away, this could end up on your floor. Could end up on your shoe. I've had them crazy places, these tiny ones especially. Okay, so now I have dies for these, but guess what? I think it's just as easy to do a fussy cut. I don't know. You know me. I'm a fussy cutting girl. Seriously. Sometimes I think, why do I even buy the dies? Except this set of dies is super cute. So the bonus dies in this set are really, really cute. That's why I got the dies. Sometimes I don't get the dies at the same time, and then I'm sorry. I'm like, well, I just missed out on that 10%. But I'll go back and get them later because I realize I should have gotten them. So don't be a Trevis. Get your dies ahead of time. Okay, now we have this. And so we're just going to build this right here. So cute. I'm going to use liquid glue on this. I'm just going to put, ooh, look at the back. The back had something on it already, but no problem. Our cardstock's so nice and heavy that you can stamp on both sides. And so far I haven't used any dimensionals. I am going to use a dimensional on the sentiment. Look at that. It's so darling. Okay, so I'm going to make this a birthday card. So I'm going to say happy birthday. And I am going to stamp this in, I think I'm going to stamp this in crushed curry because I can. I love all three of these colors together. See? Just ink that so it's nice and juicy. So are you getting the new stamp pads? And if you are, they recommend getting the re-inkers at the same time. The reason is because it's something to do with the die. And I tried to explain this to some of my club girls that they're recommending it that way. Okay, I need a punch for that. I'm going to use a circle punch. I don't know if this is current. I don't think it is. I think this might be retired. Might not be big enough. Oh, yes, it is. So if you have circle punches, we have 3 circle punches now that are available. We have the 2 3/8, which is in the big catalog. Does that need a little sponging on it? I think it does. We also have in the online exclusives, we have 2 more punches, and I'm trying to think of the sizes. They're bigger ones. Okay, so I'm just going to sponge a little bit on here around the edges, just to make it cuter. Okay. Now I'm going to pop that up. These little tiny dimensionals, I should have bigger ones, but I'm using the tiny ones because they're handy. Okay. Happy birthday. All right, now I have another piece of designer series paper. What am I going to do with this? Well, what I did first was I cut this 2.5. It was 2.5 inches when I started by 4. Yes. And then I took my Elegant Borders die and I did do a cute little border on it. Okay, so these dies have 4 borders and this one is my favorite, I have to admit. It's simple, I like it. So I'm going to use this one. So I did cut that out and part of it fell away, right? So that's good. Now I have this piece. So on this, I want to adhere this. And I'm going to put it this way. I know I would think normally I would put it this way. I'm going to put it this way and I'm going to show you why. Okay. I know we're going long here on the video, but okay. All right. Are you ready? Okay. So we have this, right? Now we want to put this inside. Put a lot of adhesive on here because it's a little bit heavy. Okay, so I'm going to put this inside. Just right at the edges. Just eyeball it. Okay, and then this is actually going to go right here. So you don't want to put adhesive on the whole back. You just want it on this edge. So I'm going to put adhesive right here. And then I'm going to adhere this right here. Okay, and see, that's why I did this, because if I had done it the other way, all this cuteness would have gotten covered up. And I made another card. I figured that out the hard way. Okay, so, I mean, I could add some bling, which I may add, but it's got a lot going on, right? So it's this, and that. Isn't that so cute? I'm calling it a double fold, double fun fold. So I have this one. Now I have another one to show you. Okay, it's this one. So I did mine this way, but you could do it this way. And I did it that way on this card. So I used, I actually used the other stamp set, the one that coordinates with the paper, inked and tiled. Okay, so I did it this way. Okay, so you can see how that paper is so versatile. Don't these look like 2 completely different paper packs? Even though the colors are the same, they're totally, I picked different DSP. Okay, so there are my cards today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it didn't keep you too long. My name's Trevis Bossler. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. That really helps me get more viewers. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Bye.